Hello everyone. When we think of classroom management, our minds often jump straight to discipline, how we keep order or handle disruptions. But in chapter 1, author James Scrivener challenges us to take a look at a much more foundational element, the physical environment itself. He notes that classroom management uh, is fundamentally independent of methodology, whether you teach grammar translations or a task-based communicative approach, how you manage, manipulate, or even choose to relinquish control of your physical space directly dictates the learning atmosphere. Today, we are going to explore how minor architectural shifts in your room can majorly upgrade student engagement. Section 1, Breaking the Default Layout. So, the traditional layout featuring orderly rows uh, of fixed desks facing a front board is a great for teacher-fronted explanations, but it is terribly uninspiring for active communication. Scriveners are just us to experiment with layout variety, not just for specific tasks, but sometimes simply for change's sake, to spark new interest, eye contact, and motivation. This highlights configurations like the tipped U, which angles the arms of a traditional U shape to create a less rigid, more informal environment while maintaining desk space. We can also set up distinct zones, dividing a large room into a line of seats for board work up front, an open uh, an open discussion area in the middle, and the tables at the back. In some instances, we might choose to operate with no tables at all, boldly staking furniture away to free up massive amounts of space for games, simulations, and speech tracking. We can maximize this impact by tailoring our layout to specific activities. For instance, debates. We can use the Houses of Parliament layout where two ranks of seats face each other to naturally steer opposing viewpoints. For social conversational tasks, we can arrange seats like railway carriages or a hotel lounge. When students need to focus on collaborative planning, banishing groups to separate corners boosts team spirit and competitive drive before they come back together for a meeting. In the section 2, I'm going to talk about conquering logistics and seating chaos. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trying to move your students' desk will turn into a loud or disruptive nightmare. So, Scrivener acknowledges this fear but provides concrete strategies to avoid chaos when rearranging room. Instead of dictating them to move, give responsibility to the learners by asking them for advice on how to move quickly and quietly. You can challenge them to complete the transition in a total silence, which forces them to physically pick up the furniture rather than dragging it. Planning the moves like a military campaign and executing them in structured stages helps students remain focused. Once the room is arranged, we must think carefully about how people sit, because leaving students to sit wherever they land usually result in language clumps or predictable patterns. Instead, be proactive by pairing stronger and weaker students, uh, for targeted language support. Alternatively, you can group by similar proficiency levels for different learners, allowing you to hand out customized tasks without visibly separating uh, or embarrassing anyone. To make these transitions seamless, try posting a seating map by the door so students learn to go straight to their assigned places upon arrival. Section 3. Reimagining the teacher's presence. We also need to look closely at ourselves and question why we treat the front center of the classroom of our result permanent home. Firing our teacher positions subtly changes classroom dynamics, so try giving instructions from the back of the room or sitting down mid semicircle as part of the group. Sitting down signals a change of tone and pace, telling the students that you trust them to work autonomously and that you aren't about to micromanage them. Furthermore, look at the environmental factors you can improve. If your room feels clinical, bring it to life by building a washing line diagonally across a corner, using clothes pegs to hang an ever-changing display of student work, articles, or real objects. You can also establish a resource-rich zone dedicating a shelf or box to English comics, graded readers, and puzzles that early finishers can independently browse. Above all, optimize sight lines and comfort by occasionally sitting in your student's desk when the room is empty. See what they see, check if they are cramped, and adjust the room based on that empathic insight. To conclude, remember this empowering truth from chapter 1. Good classroom management is complex, but it is also beautifully simple. We don't need a massive budget or revolutionary architecture to transform our lessons. By mastering just 5 or 6 practical concrete techniques like tactical seating, purposeful teacher movement, and creative layout staging, we can completely change how our students think, speak, and react. Tomorrow, when you walk into your classroom, don't just stand at the board, move a desk, shift your position, and let the space work for you. Thank you very much.